I stayed in the creepiest hotel room in America. The brochure had described the Ravenwood Inn as quaint with a touch of old-world charm. What it failed to mention was the inn's unsettling reputation. Locals warned me not to stay in room 313, but of course, curiosity got the better of me. When I checked in, the receptionist's smile faltered. "You booked room 313?" she asked, her voice low. Yeah," I replied, forcing a grin. "Why?" She glanced around nervously. "Just, if anything feels strange, don't ignore it." That was comforting. The moment I opened the door to room 313, I knew something was off. A chill hung in the air despite the heater being on full blast. The wallpaper, once floral, was now peeling and stained yellow with age. The bed, draped in an old-fashioned quilt, sagged slightly in the middle as if something heavy had rested there for far too long. And then there was the mirror. It stood tall and cracked in the corner of the room, angled just enough that I could see both myself and the bed behind me when I stood in front of it. I tried to shake off the unease. I was being paranoid, right? I unpacked my bag, took a shower, and tried to settle in. But as night fell, things got weird. It started with sounds, light footsteps like someone pacing above me. But there was no floor above room 313, just an attic, the receptionist had said. I laughed it off, telling myself it was probably pipes creaking or a draft. Then the knocking began, soft but deliberate, like knuckles brushing against the walls. Once, twice, 3 times. It came from inside the room. I shot up from the bed, my heart racing. My eyes darted to the mirror. That's when I saw it. Behind me, in the reflection, was the bed's sagging quilt, now indented as if someone was lying under it. But when I turned to look, the bed was perfectly smooth, undisturbed. I stared back at the mirror. The indent remained. I froze, my brain scrambling to make sense of what I was seeing. Was I dreaming? Was this just some elaborate prank? Then the shape under the quilt moved, a slow, deliberate shift, as though someone, or something, was adjusting its position. That was it. I grabbed my backpack and bolted for the door. But the doorknob wouldn't turn. It was like the room wanted me to stay. Panic surged through me as I yanked on the knob, throwing my full weight against the door. Suddenly, the mirror cracked, a jagged line splitting the glass, and in that moment, I swear I saw something, someone, smiling at me from within the reflection. Not at me, but through me. With a loud snap, the door flew open, and I stumbled into the hallway, gasping for breath. I didn't stay to check out. I left the key at the front desk and drove away from the Ravenwood Inn without looking back. To this day, I don't know what I saw in that room, but I do know one thing. I wasn't alone, and I'll never, ever stay in room 313 again.